naked. Vulnerability earned me a lot of bacon.
Let me put you on this because this makeup look is so easy. I can get it done in like 10 minutes if I need to. Starting off with moisturizer. Then I'm going to take this angled fluffy brush and just brown eyeshadow. Then I'm going to make a line like this following my cheekbone. And I'm also going to contour this part of my face and then connect the lines. Taking more brown, I'm going to go like under my chin like this and under my jawline. I'm also going to contour from here, and I like to blend it out here more, down my nose. Then I'm just gonna blend out all of it. Next is neck contour. I like to contour right here because when I swallow, my neck bone moves like the most there. So I'll just make like a little circle. And I will also make a line going down there. Now for the mustache, I take a brush like this for eyebrows. Then I add it to my upper lip here, 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 and just put like a really bad fake mustache to start. And then I literally just take my finger and I blend them out. Just so when I do put the brow gel on it, it has like a dark base so it looks more natural. Get yourself an eyebrow or eyelash spoolie. Take your brow gel and put it on the back of your hand. Then roll the little bristles in there. This I just like to do because the applicators that come with these don't work very well usually. Then I take a mirror and go really close to my face just to find those little peach fuzz hairs, and then I start coating them very gently and precisely. This is literally like the longest part of this whole process, just because I'm trying to not get the brow gel on my skin and just on the hair, because if you get it on your skin it looks a little too muddy. And then after I'm done applying this to like all the hair on my upper lip, I will brush it downwards to try to get any clumps out, and also just to make the hair more realistic and less messy. This last part is just doing your eyebrows, and that's very much optional if you already have nice eyebrows. I don't, so I'm gonna do mine. If you're wondering how I do that, I just outline my brows and then I fill them in like a coloring book. I know this looks crazy, but once I blend it out with the spoolie, I promise it won't look insane anymore. I forgot one last thing. This is optional as well. If you want to take a little bit of eyeshadow once more and just like contour underneath your lips like this, and then blend it out. Another thing I like to do sometimes, because I have really big feminine eyes, is I will take some brown eyeshadow, just the same that I used for my whole face, and put it in my waterline, and that kind of makes my eyes look a little smaller. And that's literally it. All done. If any of y'all try this out, please tag me in the videos, and if you have any more questions about it, let me know, because I'd love to answer. Okay, bye.
Take my hands. Close your eyes. Now feel.
What was I made for? Shakes and it bends, don't give a damn. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running. I won't get out of place.
All right, let me teach you how to play a fun card game. This is how you play trash. For 2 players, you need 1 deck of cards. For 3 to 4 players, you need 2 decks of cards. For 5 to 6 players, you need 3 decks of cards. For this example, we're just gonna do 2 players, me and my buddy. What's up? To start, each player gets 10 cards. You don't wanna look at your cards, lay them face down, 2 rows of 5. Your cards should now look like this. Extra cards go in the middle, top card flips over. All you're doing in this game is basically counting to 10. Each of these cards is the placeholder where 1 through 10 goes. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me make this a little easier to understand. So all you're trying to do is put the correct number in each of these spots. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Since I dealt, my buddy's going first. Let's do this. Since it's my go, I can either draw from here or I can take from the discard pile. Since the whole object of the game is to put the corresponding cards in their spots, I'm going to go ahead and take this 10. 10 goes here in the 10 spot. I then flip this card over. It's a 2. The 2 will now go into the 2 spot. Flip this card over. It's a 6. The 6 can now go into the 6 spot. I flip this card over. It's a queen. In this game, jacks and queens are dead. Kings are wild. Kings can be anything. So now I just discard. Since it's my turn and this is a dead card, I don't want that one. I'm going to draw from this pile, an ace. Ace goes in the ace spot. Flip this over, a queen. It's dead. My turn is over. All right, back to me. Again, the queen is dead. I'm going to go ahead and draw from this pile. It's a 3. I need a 3. We'll put it here. And this card is a king. Remember, kings are wild. You can put them wherever you want. Because I don't know what I have here, I'm going to go ahead and just put it here where the ace is. So now this king represents the ace. Flip this over, a 10. I already have a 10, so this is now dead. Ho ho, but I need the 10. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up, drop that in my 10 spot, flip this over, a 4. Put that here, flip this over, an 8. Drop that in the 8 spot, flip this over, a 7. Put that in 7, flip that over, jack. Again, jacks and queens are nothing. That's dead. This goes back and forth until one of you has filled out all 10 of your spots. The other players then have one more chance to complete their card sets before that round is over. Whoever completed their card sets, on the next round, instead of getting 10 cards, they get 9 cards. And this goes on until someone is the first to complete all 10 rounds.
Clove garlic bread for all the garlic girls. You'll need to completely cover the cloves in olive oil, foil, and bake for about 2 hours at 250 degrees. Add half your garlic to soften butter along with fresh parsley, chives, and salt to taste. To make this extra shareable, cut the bread in a crosshatch and get ready to shove the crevices full of your buttery garlic mixture, cheese, and the remaining garlic cloves. Bake for 20 minutes at 250 degrees under loose aluminum foil, then for another 10 with no foil for this perfectly golden brown cheesy garlic goodness. Absolutely perfect for your next dinner party.
I'm gonna draw some badass tattoos. Don't get these tattoos, you're not mean enough. I'm a little raccoon motherfucker, oh yeah, gonna go through your garbage, cause I love trash and skulls. Gonna put your skull on my wall with all that trash. A little raccoon motherfucker's gonna put your skull on the wall with all that trash. Have you ever seen a little badass penguin flipping the bird with both wings? She says, I don't give a fuck and I don't care. Do you think you're tough enough to get a stabby duck tattoo? Only a real badass biker dude can get a little stabby duck tattoo saying, "Fight me, cunt." Quacky quack quack.
That's right, boy. You can do it. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long.
Alright, I'm gonna make some sandwich bread. Anyway, we're gonna start with go on now. Cup of milk, teaspoon of yeast, teaspoon of sugar. Did I say warm milk? Make sure it's warm. You're gonna stir it up real good and set it aside. Oh, I'm loving this food now. 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna take 3 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna put it in our flour. And here's the thing, we're gonna press that butter in there like that. Almost like you do when you're making biscuits. See how that rose? Look how pretty. Crack an egg. Gonna take that yeast and we're gonna put it in there. We're gonna stir it up. Be scared to get your hands a little dirty. Y'all, look how pretty. Oh, I love it. On a warm, damp rag, cover it up and let it rest for an hour. Alright, while we waiting, it's just coffee today, y'all. Alright, let's go. And I kind of roll in the side. Roll it just like that. We're going to put a little butter in this pan. Put it in the pan. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 and let this rise for another 30 minutes. At 30, we're going to bake it for 30 minutes on 350.
I got you. All you're gonna need, t-shirt, and then of course, some scissors.
First, we're gonna make it into like a little cut-off moment with the sleeves, so cut off the sleeves. Now you're gonna get your hand, put it directly under the sleeve hole, and that's about as much space as you're gonna need. And then from that point, you're going to cut directly, diagonally, into the center of your shirt to create those points. Now you can finish it off by just doing a little U shape right there, cut that out.
After you cut it, you can just go ahead and just stretch all of the fabric out. I added these little holes in the front, and then also the back is kind of actually sexy. And now you have a full t-shirt, yay! Yay, everyone say yay!
Here's how to start playing 1000-Year-Old Vampire. First, you're gonna need a journal of any kind, a writing utensil, preferably something erasable like a pencil, and then 2 dice, a 6-sided die and a 10-sided die. 1000-Year-Old Vampire is a lonely and haunting solo role-playing game and journaling game where you chronicle the life of a vampire, losing your memories and watching time slip away. To play the game, you'll need to create your own vampire character. I already did this in a previous video where I created a Viking seamstress named Linnea from Iceland. 1000-Year-Old Vampire is played using prompts, which are used to guide the story and confront us with tough choices. Using dice or the random number tables, we generate a number that's positive or negative, and move forward or backward that many spaces along the prompts. If a 0 is rolled, the prompt is repeated, with each prompt having multiple evolving options that continue the story. To start, I roll 2 dice, and subtract the result of the 6-sided die from the 10-sided one. This time I roll 7 minus 4, so I go forward 3 spaces, to prompt number 4. The prompt says that I'm discovered as a vampire and must flee to a neighboring region. This game encourages you to do a little research, so I pull up Google Maps and decide on France as my neighboring region, since Iceland is kinda small. With each prompt, you're required to write an experience, which goes under one of your 5 memories. For this experience I write, Sven, my husband, sees me as a monster. I take Astrid and Wishbone aboard a boat to France in the dead of night. I adopt the name Hilda. The prompt also requires me to check one of my vampire's skills, so I check Endless Patience since we waited all night for the fishing boat. With that prompt resolved and Linnea and her family on the way to France, we roll again to see what happens next. I rolled 9 minus 6, so I move forward another 3 spaces to prompt number 7. The prompt says that we develop a trait that resembles the vampire who created us, and we'll mark a new skill to reflect it. The vampire that created Linnea was a pale thing that lived within a glacial cave, so I create a skill called Frostbite to reflect it. I write another experience within my earliest memory of vampirism about how my fingers have grown cold and how I can no longer touch my daughter or dog with my bare hands. We continue rolling prompts in this way, going forward and back. This time I rolled a 4 and a 3, so I actually moved backwards 1 prompt to number 6. The prompt has us create a mortal character who serves us. Since we're in France, I look up French girl names and I just pick the first result, which is Chloe. I create a new character for Chloe and decide that she's the daughter of a shepherd. Chloe caught me feeding one night and is hoping that I will turn her into a vampire. She's spiteful towards her father and is looking to get revenge. At this point I was having so much fun that I actually just kept rolling. I should have stopped and got back to work, but hey. As we continue to play, we'll watch as our vampire's memory fades. Centuries pass, and their life becomes unrecognizable. Anyways, here's my character sheet after just a few prompts, but this game is so addictive and easy to play and creates these really beautiful, tragic stories. You have to check it out.
Y'all ready to make some chocolate chip cookies? Brown sugar. That looks about 2 cups, right? Then we want 1 cup of sugar, vanilla. 2 sticks of melted butter. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I'd use a whole bag, but I ain't got that many. Use what you got. You know how we roll. All right, 3 cups of flour. And when you think you've done this wrong, just keep mixing. Forgot to add the eggs. 2 eggs. Last statement. If you think you've messed it up, you have. Cover it up and put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Like that. 350 for 10 minutes. This recipe makes about 38 cookies. So on them nights you want some cookies and milk, you just pop these in the oven for 10 minutes. Oh!
Wow. That's real good. I don't know what you did. That is perfect.
I just don't know who I am without you. You're Ken. But it's Barbie and Ken. There is no just Ken.
Doesn't seem to matter what I do. I'm always number 2. No one knows how hard I tried. Oh, I have feelings that I can't explain. Driving me insane. All my life been so polite. 'Cause I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10.